2-0 victory for Canada over Costa Rica in the quarterfinals at the Concacaf Gold Cup. And in Arlington, Texas, is Oliver Platt. Ollie, getting to be right there and feel the mood of the Team Canada bench. We did see John Herdman leap into the arms of an assistant coach. What was the atmosphere there like for the Canadians?
Yeah, that one meant a lot to them, I think, and you can obviously understand why, having seen the performance. They always get together in their little huddle after the game and have a few words before they go back into the changing room. But this game, it was particularly special, I think, just that group getting together and recognizing, I think, the accomplishment of that performance, because for me, that was as good as I've seen Canada ever play, and I include the US win in that. I thought it was just a complete performance from back to front.
Mm-hmm. So, how are you, buddy? Hopefully the team or we all feel the excitement around the team and everything. What do you think they're going to do regarding the silly bookings that they unfortunately picked up?
Yeah, that's the only real negative of the night, right, is what that means for the semi-final. Cavallini, it's in his DNA, I think. He's such a committed player. He's so aggressive all the time. But you just wish he could stay on his feet a little bit more, not go in for one or two of those sliding tackles. I think obviously we'll see Daniil Henry come in for Steven Vittoria. You've got an experienced player there. And then Tesho Akindele comes into the squad late, and he's going to have to step up now for a semi-final against Mexico, you'd expect, as the only recognized striker left in this group. So big boost to fill and big pressure on those players, but what an opportunity. And so many players in this tournament for Canada have stepped up in the absence of others like Davies and David.
Ollie, let me talk to you about the press conference yesterday. John Herdman said there was really nothing to lose coming into this game. I think many of us would have argued there was something to lose.
Yes.
Now there really isn't anything to lose going into that semi-final. But they've just gained so much more tonight, haven't they, in terms of no matter what happens on Thursday, the kind of performance that will be enormous when the World Cup qualifying comes will help them tonight.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to see, right? Coming into this tournament was, obviously, you want to try and win the Gold Cup, and we believe that Canada could win the Gold Cup, but you want to see them prove themselves against the kind of opponents they're going to be playing in the Octagon come September. And I thought they did that against the United States, despite the result, but they've certainly gone out and done it tonight. As I said, from back to front, that was a complete performance. It was tactically so mature for a Canadian team. I thought the back line was strong throughout, not tested nearly as much as we would have expected, but Johnston, Vittoria, Miller, I thought were outstanding. Eustachio was the man of the match and is in player of the tournament contention at this point. But I thought either side of him, Buchanan, Kay, again, just such good performances throughout the team for Canada, and they've shown tonight that they can compete with the teams that they're going to be competing with in the Octagon.
Well, Ollie, the last time that Canada beat Costa Rica was back in 2007, but the 3 times they faced each other since, they were draws. So it's not like Costa Rica blew Canada out of the water, but still, this is a team that is very strong, and Canada now managed to beat them. There was a shot of the Costa Rican players on the bench, kind of looking a little stunned as well. And a question I posed to the guys here, and I'll pose it to you, what kind of notice is Canada putting other CONCACAF teams on?
Yeah, they are for sure, and you would think coming out of this game that there's going to be a bit of an inquest in the Costa Rica camp as well. We know this team is getting older, it's very experienced, but a lot of players in this group aren't getting any younger. And now I think they're going to ask a few questions going into World Cup qualifying. You know, do we need to freshen up? Do we need to refresh this team a little bit and potentially make some changes here? So for sure, it's the performance from Canada that I think will have an effect on Costa Rica as much as it gives Canada a ton of confidence going into these kinds of matchups.
Yeah, we were talking about that as well, Ollie, in terms of Canada bringing real pace that a lot of CONCACAF nations don't have. Final one from me, mate, for you is, do you think that they might bring another midfielder in against Mexico without Cavallini and maybe play Hoylett? Because Hoylett showed a lot of tendencies as a striker tonight that you can take a lot of positives from his game.
It's possible, yeah. Hoylett did very, very well. I thought particularly when he could kind of drop into those spaces that he's so effective in and link the play. I just think they do benefit from having that big physical presence up front, leading the line, occupying the centre-backs. But it's not impossible, you know. It's a good point to bring up, because I do think the foundation for Canada's success in this game, and again in the USA game as well, certainly in the last 60 minutes of that game, has been the control they've had in midfield. You know, adding Jonathan Osorio in as an extra player in that area. They've really overloaded teams, overrun teams, and dominated in that department.
Ollie, appreciate you taking the time. You get to cover a semi-final. Go enjoy that AC.
Thanks, guys.
That's Oliver Platt. He will continue to follow the Canadian men's national team on their quest here at the Concacaf Gold Cup, and it continues on Thursday right here on OneSoccer. It's a late one. Stay up with us, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. They take on a strong Mexican side. Junior Hoylett scoring first for Canada as they make their way to a 2-0 win over Costa Rica.